Hopefully you don't hear my roommates screaming in the background. Good old times. Anyways, so, I really hope I don't have to talk over them, because I don't want to yell. I just kind of want to enjoy some chill crochet time. What's wrong with that? Like a Bob Ross painting, except instead of getting a bunch of trees, you just get a misshapen circle. Yeah. Yeah. So, the thing about these hats is that, of course, when you put them on, your head isn't flat. So when you have a bit of a wobble like that, sometimes it can be disguised by the fact that if you really put it on your head, the yarn will stretch out. It'll deal with some of that kind of awkwardness. And then you will have a beautiful hat, and you can claim that it was all according to plan. Nothing went wrong. What are you talking about? I know what I'm doing. So, that's what it is. So, yeah. Actually, it's gonna be like, ooh, maybe I could show you some actual beautiful yarns that I have. But I realized that I shoved all of my junk off camera so that you... and even then you can still see some of my junk. Great. So make a beautiful scene. Like I'm a professional. Not that I am. Obviously, some of my yarn got thrown into that pile, so, no yarn. Just pain. Just misery. But, the other reason I wanted to do this kind of crochet and chat, even though it's really unstable because my computer sucks, and yada 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 yada, is because, honestly, I work at home. I spend... Oh, God, see, do you see that? It's starting to feel this hyperbole, this, like, fortune cookie thing. And I hate that. And I feel like, even though it's not major enough, I have to restart, because once I get farther down, it's gonna get worse and worse, and I'll hate myself. So, anyways, so I did this little chatty thing, because, I actually don't talk, in my job, really, at all. I do, like, QA work for software, so all communications are done through Slack channels. And the end result is that I feel like I talk more in Slack emotes than I do in words. This is pretty bad in terms of my conversational skills. I have been trying to hold conversations with people, and it's bad, because I'll be like, wait, when you talk, you can't take back thoughts and then retype your thoughts out. Wow. Real life is hard. And, yeah, no, well, I'll slowly go insane. And it'll be great. I'll just sit in a cave muttering to myself, and it'll be so much better, because at least I'll be muttering to myself instead of not forgetting how to speak. Great stuff. Anyways, so yeah, I was like, if I can't meet real life friends, might as well talk to strangers on the internet. Be great. But, it is what it is. I think I said that at least 3 times today. And, I say that a lot, but I don't say it that much. God. See, this is what I'm saying. My, speech patterns. Everything I'm doing. Talky talk. Decaying. Going down a hill. We've reached our peak. From now, I'm just gonna be a sea slug. It's not really that bad. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna go into that. You know, that's depressing talk. Talking whether or not sentience is actually worthwhile. You know, so truly that much more pleasant to be a sea slug, and like not be aware of all the terrors going on around you. You know. Before this, I would be like, of course not. Being a sea slug is depressing. All you can do is like on the ground. I guess it's not the ground, it's the seafloor. But now, you know, I'm like, being a sea slug really that bad? With all what's going around? Wouldn't have to think about anything. Just eat. I don't know. If we're going to for that type of level of, you know, intelligence is the real curse because you can see the things decay around you. I honestly think being a dog would be a little bit better about that because at least you got someone that feeds you constantly and takes care of you and whatever and doesn't yell at you when you do stupid things. So. No, wait, that's not your dog. People do yell at their dogs. Oops. Well, what can you say? No such thing as a perfect life, is there, eh? So, yes. So, I've done my previous stitches, and there is still a little bit of a wobble, but I think it will be manageable this time. I say this, and how much you want to guess that I'm gonna redo this entire thing, just because I decide that it's not perfect enough for me, and I need to be even more perfect. Yeah, more likely than you think. I feel like at the way I'm doing this, it's not going to have that like that. I guess it's more of a. You know what? I haven't taken 3D. I haven't done with enough. No, that's not a hyperbole. Having the saddle shape, having a saddle-shaped curve is called something else, and that has a specific. Those have specific properties that I don't remember. And if I cared to dig through my memories, I vaguely recall memories of calculus and having to deal with three-dimensional calculus and so on. And those memories are bad, very bad. My teacher could barely speak English, and that in itself is not the worst thing in the world. You know, I actually probably pay attention more to visual cues than audio cues, but his handwriting was unreadable. So, yeah, you know, I was barely aware we were dealing with three-dimensional space until I was doing some, like, vector problems, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. This can't work in a two-dimensional space. What the hell is going on? And then I realized we were in 3D space. I am one smart cookie. What can you say? So yeah, that kind of sucked. And when I said kind of sucked, I meant that really sucked. Yeah. So, I feel like, do these, you know, maybe I should have, like, you know, it's like, I should have researched this genre before I tried some stuff, you know. Maybe I should have done some market research, you know, see what the other craft people do before I was like, yeah, let's start a stream. Crocheting hats. That'll be awesome. I love it. Be great. And, you know, because now that I'm doing it, I'm just like, yeah, my plan was just to crochet hats and do whatever and hope people show up. And, you know, I'm crocheting a hat. So that part of the plan is working. I'm still hoping people show up. So that part of the plan worked. Just keep going. So, yeah. So right now, I am just using one type of yarn to crochet this hat. As I said, it's just because it's thick and all. But, you can actually use multiple colors of yarn, you know? You can make striped hats, you can make decorative hats. I made a LGBTQ plus, you know, rainbow pride hat for my friend. So that's really doable. Really, the only thing that you have to be kind of concerned about is that you make sure that the yarn sizes are the same. Or you use the same size hook on whatever. Because if you don't do that, you're screwed. Well, I wouldn't say you're screwed. It just takes so much more effort. Because the yarn I was using was maybe about... It was a little... Because, I mean, it's just like the ratios don't quite work out, you know. It's... yeah, it's...